Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Body of excavator operator found in St. Elizabeth. The body of excavator operator Peter Marcon was found a short while after an extensive search of a mall pit. Marcon's body was covered by boulders during a freak accident at the Exton Junction in St. Elizabeth on Saturday. He was said to be operating the heavy-duty equipment when boulders hit the excavator and covered him. Reporters understand that at 7:55 p.m. on Sunday, a search team found the operator's body. The team comprising the police, excavator operators, firefighters, and Morgan's family spent all day Sunday searching the area. Security guard killed in Falmouth. A security guard employed to King Alarm was shot and killed on November 5th. He has been identified as 25-year-old Alfred Clark of Falmouth, Trelawney. The incident reportedly occurred sometime after 8 in the evening on Peel Street in the parish. The Falmouth police, who are investigating, are yet to ascertain a motive for the killing of Mr. Clark. There were also 2 other reported murders in St. James and Westmoreland. In St. James, it's reported that about 2 p.m., 54-year-old farmer Ian Bell of Tangle River was in a section of Spring Mount. He was approached by armed men who shot him. Mr. Bell was pronounced dead at hospital. And in Westmoreland, 35-year-old Annette Green, Ela Stage, a farmer of Black River, St. Elizabeth, was shot and killed by unknown assailants in Bittersfield. 1-year-old shot, suspect arrested in St. Catherine. Reporters understand that the St. Catherine police have detained a suspect and seized an illegal gun following an incident in which 2 people, including a 1-year-old child, were shot. It's reported that about 2 p.m., the child and the other victim, who is 25-year-old, were at a home in Barnett District above Rock, St. Catherine, when they were shot by a lone gunman. The 2 were rushed to hospital for treatment. Reporters were informed that the suspect was later arrested and a weapon seized. PNP a chalk, JLP a cheese, says Margon.
PNP a chalk, JLP a cheese. Them talk about house. Them say them build house to poor people. Who not ever seen a PNP minister or prime minister open as much house as Andrew Honest? Make we look at the facts. When we took over in 2016, NHK built 1,859 houses that year. The first time we looked at it in 2017, we got 3,000 houses for the year. 2018 we got over 5,000 houses for the year. 2019 we got over 6,000 houses for the year. And Prime Minister has now announced that we have built 70,000 houses for people who contribute to the National Housing Trust. PNP a chalk, JLP a cheese.
Give to people when you are. So when I not know the way, one term we don't need a second change.
You remember how many? How many story not done yet, you know? Them buy how many for $250 million. You know, so we still pay feet. We are pay security. We are pay maintenance. We are maintaining landscape and nobody know want to buy it. So at the 200 million where them pay feet, plus the 200 million over the last several years where I used to maintain it, that are over $500 million out of many costs the taxpayers of this country. How much house could $500 million bill for you? So when you hear them attack, and that's why I say me now come here, so just come hype the thing for conference, you know, I have to teach you some things. Everybody are complaining about KPH. People are complaining about Spanish Town Hospital. People are complaining about Maple Hospital. Why, if you're in a power for 18 years, JLP have to come and rebuild almost every hospital in Jamaica. If you didn't leave a legacy for healthcare care if the Jamaican people can go to hospital and feel comfortable. Christopher don't have to go rebuild Maypen Hospital, Spanish Town Hospital, Cornwall Regional Hospital, and in my constituency, Chapelton Hospital, which are going to open in December. So when I hear them talk about how them care about poor people, they only care about themselves. Because love is an action word.
Wright wants radiologists and neurosurgeon at Savannah Lamar Public Hospital to treat high number of trauma cases. With the high number of trauma cases seen each day at the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital, the Independent Member of Parliament MP for Westmoreland Central, George Wright, is calling for a radiologist and a neurosurgeon to be placed at the facility. Wright made the call during his recent contribution to the State of the Constituency debate in the House of Representatives. He stated that the hospital sees the most trauma cases in Jamaica. Trauma caused by motor vehicle, bike accident, and criminal casualties is the case almost every day. Yet still, there is not a radiologist and a neurosurgeon on call. Further to that, patients have been transported to other locations because the hospital does not have a CT scan machine. Immediate urgent care cannot be rendered to these life-threatening situations, Wright noted. He told the House that we also need to look at physical therapy for patients, as oftentimes the medical care given to patients was optimal and surgeries performed were successful, but the patients are not properly rehabilitated. There are only 3 physical therapies, but the need is greater than they provide to secure or optimize a more holistic outcome. Wright is also lobbying for a dialysis unit with renal specialists to be sited at the hospital. I am making this call after consultation with doctors at the hospital. I continue to lobby on behalf of the overworked doctors and nurses, as well as the frustrated residents, for a sophisticated intensive care unit that will upgrade the care of patients, he pleaded. Wright said some elderly patients have to travel outside of parish, in particular to the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James, to have such services rendered to them. The patients are having a challenging time because travel expense and fees for care is a heavy burden, he said. And he also made the case for the facility to be upgraded from a Type B to a Type A institution, arguing that it was the only government-owned hospital in the parish. He pointed out that the patients from Hanover and as far as St. Elizabeth are transferred and treated here. MP Wright further stated that additional wards are needed that will at least increase inpatient capacity. He stated, Fisheries Minister says government should provide financial aid to all 18 fish sanctuaries, not just 10. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Bernard Charles Jr. says he believes that the government should be providing financial aid to all 18 fish sanctuaries in the country. The minister made the announcement while speaking at the recent closing ceremony for a reef restoration project in Aracabesa Fish Sanctuary in St. Mary. The project was sponsored by the United States Department of State. Mr. Charles Jr. said given the importance of the work carried out by the fish sanctuaries, the government should be supporting all 18 and not just 10. In the meantime, he said focus has been placed on mitigating the decline in marine resources and increasing the number of fish sanctuaries.
We have 18 fish sanctuaries. I understand, Sir Travis, that we should have 2 more very soon. 10 of those are supported by government, and if you leave it to me as minister, I'll be bold enough to say that we should be supporting every single fish sanctuary in this country. I can speak loudly because I am not the Minister of Finance. And so as Minister of Agriculture, I can say it again, we should and we ought to, because of the importance. It is inconspicuous, it is distant, but it is so very close, and we should be supporting every sanctuary, and we should be promoting even further us defining more sanctuaries and the flexibility of understanding what sustainable fisheries can look like. And at the ministry, I must tell you, we are looking now on mitigating the decline in marine resources, because we recognize the impact of overfishing, of the land-based pollution which runs off into the marine space, and people think that because it's gone, it not trouble nobody. It is like once it goes off and you can't see it, it doesn't bother your head. Coastal development, which is also impacting us, and not to mention the impact from the negative consequences of climate change.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share,